Welcome everybody to this wonderful video about CLIL. Today we are going to be reporting the project that we've been doing. The title that we have given to this project is Teachers' Principles to Select Materials for CLIL Classrooms. Your hosts for today are
Leonardo Moya
and Angelica. So just to freshen up your memories, this is how we started. The first step was to find a problem regarding CLIL in our schools. We selected the materials because we think that materials is a problem in our contexts. Why? Because some teachers rely on some ideas that are not CLIL oriented. For example, if they teach language, they select materials for language specifically. But if they teach content, they select materials oriented for just content. But they don't tend to integrate both. So we wanted to know what is the criteria that they choose when they are selecting their materials. With this in mind, the purpose that we have for this project is to provide our colleagues and ourselves with a tool that can help us to select the materials for their classes to be CLIL oriented.
Now, regarding the second step, we want to also remember the context, the roles, and the instruments. So there are two schools involved in this project, Santa Maria School, which is Angie's school, and San Bartolomé La Merced, which is my school. Both schools share different characteristics. Both are bilingual schools with Cambridge curriculum, Catholic with focus on life skills, and handle the project-based learning. An important aspect to mention is that this project is based on the materials used by teachers with 5th and 6th graders, which actually are our population, with similar English level, which is between A2 and B1. For the purpose of this project, we will play an observer role. We aim to evaluate existing materials used and designed by our coworkers. We want to know teachers about their perception of integrating language and content in their materials. Also, we want to explore students about their perception of the material used in class. In our process of searching tools to help teachers select their materials, we have chosen an existing checklist that adapt to our contexts.
But it wasn't an easy task. We read several checklists and articles about this evaluation of textbooks, and finally we came up with this wonderful checklist created by Lopez Medina in 2016. In this checklist, she compiles the main features of CLIL that a textbook should have. She mentions in her article that one of the main problems, the main issues with CLIL is materials. It is not an easy task, again, to find the materials because it's not easy to integrate language and content with culture and all the principles. She mentions that this checklist contrasts the system, which is the objectivity, with the impression, that is the subjectivity, and it covers specific elements of the 4 C's.
Now, regarding the fourth step, which I consider we are like giving this the last part of this fourth step, which is piloting the original instrument. So, after deciding the checklist we want to use, we informally interviewed 2 teachers in each school about their principles, ideas, and elements to select their materials. Also, we asked for their permission to evaluate this material and pilot the checklist done by Lopez Medina. During this step, each one of us evaluate the materials provided by our colleagues from our schools. It means that Angelica evaluated the materials used by the arts and English teachers from Santa Maria School as well as hers, and I evaluated the materials provided by the science and language teacher as well as mine. We found different elements that do not fit and connect with our contexts. First, the checklist is confirmed by more than 50 questions, which we consider could be too long and demanding and taking time for our coworkers. Also, there are elements that are not related to our context. So, based on the results obtained during this piloting, we deleted items, getting as a result a checklist conformed by 16 items.
But it wasn't just like that. Before that, we decided that we observed that we had been a little subjective with our evaluation. We think this because we know our contexts very well. And we think that while we were doing these checklists, we were even thinking about what the teachers could do during class, but we didn't only focus on the materials per se. So we decided to swap materials. So Leo checked or evaluated the materials from Santa Maria, and I evaluated the materials from San Bartolome. Um, Now we think that we are more objective by doing this, and this is the checklist, the definite checklist. Of course, it is important to mention that we feel as novice teachers, because even though we've been teaching for so long, we are novice with CLIL, so we need this tool. Our next step is to give this checklist to our colleagues and ask them to use it when they are going to select the material for their coming unit or for their coming cycle. And we are going to see what happens.
Also, there are two other final steps that we want to give and achieve. The first one is also to get an informally interview, or again informally interview our colleagues and our yes coworkers to analyze their perception after using the checklist. We want to know how useful was or is for them using this tool, and helped and it was useful basically to be more productive and assured of getting a better products for their classes. Also, we want to create a questionnaire to collect students' perception about the layout, type of visual aids, topics related to their lives, and other elements. And with these two final steps, we want to collect this information and see the effectiveness of how effective can be this tool in this process. And that is the end of our report. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you.